How's it going, soccer fans? Welcome to our Town Hall live show. Thank you so much to everyone who is tuning in right now, and also everyone who will be tuning in after we're done with the live show. We're going to go ahead and play our favorite intro video here, and then we'll go ahead and get started with tonight's show. So we'll see you in about a minute or so. All right, and we are back. Thank you so much to everyone who is tuning into today's show. We got a lot going on here, and we're really excited to talk about tomorrow's match, Sacramento Republic versus San Antonio, going on at 8 p.m. Later start time, but it is summertime, so a lot of the players will be thankful for this new time. Luckily, tomorrow won't be as hot, but as we all know, those 100-degree weather days are just around the corner. So let's go ahead and introduce some of the guests that we have currently. We are going to have more join us as the show progresses. And if you didn't see yet, if you hop on Twitter or Facebook, we actually also included the link to join this stream as well. So if you want to hop on, just click on that link and it'll just take you to a browser-based studio. And so you don't have to download anything. You just connect on there. It could be on your phone, on the computer, wherever. And you can actually join us here to give your thoughts on tomorrow's game and on any other game in the future when we do town halls as well. So moving forward, we'll be sharing that link if you want to hop on as we do this live show before every Sac Republic home game. So let's go ahead and introduce our podcast mom, Sharon. How's it going, Sharon?
Hey, happy Friday to everybody, and looking forward to chatting with everybody and seeing what comments are coming in on the on Facebook and Twitter, and is it on YouTube as well? Maybe. So yeah, Luis, you sound a whole lot better. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, a whole lot better. I think I put that cold in the past. Luckily, just in time for tomorrow's game. So I'm pretty thankful for that. So it was good. I did have to miss last Saturday's game, but at least I'm not missing tomorrow's game.
There you go.
Looks like Jared will be hopping on here shortly, but he says camera is optional if you'd rather voice chat. Yeah, good point, Jared. If anyone wants to hop on and you don't want to turn your camera on, that's fine. We're not going to be saying anything too, right? All I want to hear are your thoughts. So if you want to hop on, have the camera off. All we need is audio. All right. We also have another guest here on the show today too. Y'all heard him on the last podcast episode that we released a couple of days ago. Also known as BJeb's #1 fan, Scott Bradford. Welcome, Scott. How's it going?
What's up, guys? Good to be back.
Glad to hear that. Looks like we got Tina saying, okay, fine. Looks like she's going to be hopping on as well.
Woohoo! Love it.
I think she got sold once she saw Jared's comment about, cameras being optional. So that worked out great.
Hey, so Scott, real quick, what are the drink specials tonight?
Depends on if you want to remember tomorrow or not. No, what I do is any Republic fan, this is my own personal thing, is you come in, mention you're a Republic fan. I mean, you can't miss me. Wear some Republic, I give you my employee discount, which is 50%. So
Ooh, wow.
that could kind of, help things. We're going out after the match tomorrow, so we'll definitely be partaking in that. It's my girlfriend's birthday, and I'm bringing her to the game. So she's like, "Can we go out afterwards?" So that's what I do for when Jared came there. I did the same thing, made him his little Irish trash cans. He hung pretty good, so I was impressed. So, but yeah, anytime our public fan rolls through or anything like that, mention them or start talking about it to me. I'll hook you up with my employee discount.
Love it.
Yeah,
I think
Ooh.
employee discounts also mean let's tip this man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, obviously, but I mean, like, I'd rather give my discounts because I don't drink very often. I'd rather give it to a fan who's enjoying it, enjoy their night, get them to stick around longer. Fun fact, Faraday Sousa actually came in the other week, 2 nights in a row. So it was good to see him out. He's pretty recognizable. So, got to hook him up too. Even players are more than invited, but I know it's the season.
It is season. So, by the way, Jared says happy early birthday to Lana Bear.
Yeah, 20, I think, 28. So she's still spring chicken, So a lot of youth in her still. Like me.
So she essentially had to kick your tires.
Pretty much. So I mean, I got to be able to keep up with her. So, but I think it's the other way around. Just being honest, I'm pretty. It's pretty hard to keep up with me traveling all over the place and doing what I do.
You're very peppy. We'll put it that way.
Yes, have to be.
Yeah, very peppy. So we have a bunch of questions that Luis that we've ginned up over time, and some of them are the same, and some of them are a little bit more focused. And so, yeah, Luis, I read a couple of them, and it's like, oh, well, this would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're such a freaking stickler. So if anybody knows anything about Luis Urbano, he is a stickler for rules. And not only rules, but etiquette and behavior. He really is. I mean, get this, a guy from Modesto has that quality. I love it, right?
Yeah. Well, I do have to say, though, if I'm at a game, I'm a whole different Luis, though. I'm not the same one that I am outside of games, though, and blame it on the refs.
Oh, no, and you were correct. I've sat next to this guy at matches, and it's like, oh, good, I get to yell profanities because he is. No, I know you're not swear, but I mean, like, whatever. Yeah, you get loud. You're right on.
Yeah. I say a lot. My vocabulary expands when I go to games. So.
And you get very loud. I had no idea you were as loud as you were. So I'm glad you're feeling better, so that tomorrow the yelling can be good. It looks like Tina popped on.
Oh, hey Tina, welcome.
I felt the peer pressure.
Whoa,
I'm not turning on my camera though.
That's fine. I like your photo, your little circle.
Is that's when the pitch was really bad, huh? I remember
Actually,
that game.
That was actually last season. It was one of those things where I got to go down and do the sideline while they were training or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It doesn't look like the pitch was great at that time either, but yeah, I think that was last year. It wasn't this season. I think it was last season.
Okay. I remember it being really bad last season during the only preseason game we were able to go, if you guys can recall, back then last year. But yeah, I remember it being like that because I still have a picture where I'm like sitting in the background and I could see how bad it is. But luckily, it's doing a little bit better, right? It's still not 100%, but doing.
Yeah, they painted it green really nicely.
So that was a conversation topic, girl. That the last home game, did they spray paint the pitch or did it actually green up?
I swear they painted it. It was
oh my God.
Too green.
Connor, if you're listening, can you just drop a comment in, please, and let us know whether it was if the pitch was painted the last home game? I guess that was San Jose, right? Or if it really was greened up.
I feel
Anyhow.
like they probably painted it because it was going to be on ESPN and everything. So
Oh, no.
They could have. They could
Yeah,
have.
you gotta do what you gotta do just to make sure it looks nice. um, cool. Well, let's go ahead and look at the first thing I had here for y'all. Let's take a look at how Sac's been doing after 11 games. And so thankfully, USL website has a lot of really great stats. I mean, shout out to the people who get paid to, come up with some of these stats, because I'm sure they're not really focus too much on a lot of the things where they can't really support their team. They have to be counting every single thing. But let's look at it from a team perspective and also from player perspective. So after 11 games played, we've won 4 games, drawn 4, lost 3, and about 36% games won puts us up at 8th position, just one under the 7th position, right, that you need at a minimum to qualify for playoffs. So it looks like we got dumped down. In terms of defense, though, we're actually pretty good. I believe we're one of the top, not number 1 in the West, right, but probably number 3, number 4 in the West, with only 11 goals conceded, making it about 1 per game, 2 clean sheets, and only 3 penalties conceded in 11 games. A lot of great stats, like I was telling you guys. When you look at down here, tackles, duels, aerial duels. So again, shout out to them for giving us all the different statistics on all the things that have been going on this season so far: passes, attacks, and discipline as well. We've been getting loaded up with yellow cards. 29 yellow cards in 11 games. That's a lot.
How many does Luis Felipe have? Did we figure that one out?
Oh, we can take a look at that as well. Let's look at players.
No, it's just personal. Hey, it's just for the contest. That's the only reason why I care.
Oh, but yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's see here. Defense, is it? Oh no, just general. Where do they put it at? Where is it? Okay, YC.
It's under discipline.
Okay, here we go. YC. We got Roro is leading the yellow cards. I should have said Roro. It makes
awesome.
sense.
Oh.
But yeah, Luis Felipe's got 3 yellow cards. Keiko, 3 yellow cards. Where's the Malagrossa? 2 yellow cards. He's
you're
right
not gonna
there.
Win. No,
He's
but
close.
you're not gonna win. You're still not gonna win. You're not gonna win the contest. I think hands down. I think Luis Felipe, and here's why. He's gonna have more minutes than Matt, just because they kind of rotate, people through. So I don't know, unless something weird happens, Luis or Bono. I think you're not gonna win this. I don't think you're not going to win that.
So Martha has a question for Scott. Where does Scott pour drinks?
Ooh.
Depot and Badlands on 20th and K Street in Midtown.
Always a fun place to go.
Yep.
Always fun places to go. Totally.
And
fun.
I don't know if you heard, Martha, but there's a discount that is provided to Sac Republic fans if Scott's around. So,
and you have to find Scott.
Yep.
Which he claims is not hard to do.
No, not at all.
Yeah. But yeah, interesting stats to have that. But Rodrigo Lopez has got to watch out, because as we found out, once you get to 8 yellow cards, you get a game suspension. And was it 6 that he gets a fine?
5.
For 5?
I think it was 5. Yeah.
5
He's
is
been
a fine.
fined already then, yeah. Who knows how much that is? Maybe $100, $200?
Yeah, I don't know. So interestingly enough, we're up against the number 1 team in our conference, which, it's like we really need to show hard on Saturday night. Tomorrow night, we need to come out hard, guns blazing, in a sense, meet the Texas team with the equal amount of firepower that they're going to bring.
Yeah, we need to make sure. Martha says, I don't drink, but Jen does. Oh, okay.
Well, there you go.
We have that too, Jared. And he pours the most tasty drink in the 916. Well, Jared knows, yeah.
Jared knows.
First-hand experience.
I'm going to have to come in. Scott, you had offered me a drink. There was one time when we were all downtown and you said, you should come in early to the depot. I was there.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, next time. I don't
So
always get
that's-
downtown, but when I do, I'm gonna have to stop at the depot.
Yep.
Well, even though Roro, leads the way with yellow cards, he's actually won 21 fouls, which is really good, right? When you look at that, Luther as well, 17 fouls won, Keiko 14, Luis Felipe 13 as well. But Roro, he knows how to get those fouls in our favor. So,
Yep, he knows how to draw them.
and then fouls conceded. Well, see, Luis Felipe is up there, and Luther is number 1 with 22. So maybe Luis Felipe could have been leading the way with yellow cards. He's just gotten lucky.
There you go.
Because that's a lot too. And look at that, Roro's only conceded 8 fouls, and he's already got 5 yellow cards there. So meaning that when he fouls, he makes it count for the most part, right? So
The dude is
that's
nails.
all.
Let's just face it. He saved our bacon. I don't know how many times. So
Yeah. So
Well,
Well,
moving on.
and look at it this way: he has to play smarter, right? Because let's be real, he's not a spring chicken anymore. I love him, and he's great, and he handles our midfield for us, and I don't think our team would be doing nearly as well as they have been without him this year. But he has to play smarter in some areas because he just doesn't have the legs that some of these guys have.
yeah.
anymore.
Although so he surprised me sometimes, right? When he plays 90 minutes and he's
Yeah,
still
I
out
don't
running,
see
I'm
it.
like,
I think he
wow.
probably feels it afterwards, honestly.
Oh, probably, yeah. I could imagine. But I mean, it should make any other player on the pitch, right? Since he's I think maybe the oldest player on the team. It should make them feel embarrassed, right? I mean,
It
and
should drive
especially
them
like
for
Dougie.
sure.
When Dougie's not running, but you see Roro running, it's like, are you serious? Come on, are you gonna let him just like run and you not run, right?
Well, Roro's definitely setting a good example for the youngsters, the kids that are up and coming as far as, his personal habits and his training habits and his nutrition and all that other stuff. And they can take a chapter from him.
Recovery
Yeah.
too. He's always posting stuff on social media about the recovery stuff he does as well.
There you go.
And it looks like games played. Only player on our squad that has played every single game is Luis Felipe. Which now that I'm looking at it here, I don't know why they call him Luis Felipe. I don't know why they repeated that. So good to see him there. Hopefully he's able to play all the games and he's not suspended because of yellow card accumulation. But he's still got a long ways out to get to that. Hopefully he doesn't. In terms of starts, looks like you got Dan Casey, Lee Desmond, and Luis Felipe with 10 starts. And then minutes played, of course, Luis Felipe is up there. And we got Dan Casey and Lee following. And Roro as well, too. Hopefully he stays right there and we see him.
Well, and I think
in
the only
top.
ones he didn't start were like the Oakland game, for example, when I think because they were resting him from other games, not because he didn't deserve to be out there.
Right,
Oh, yeah.
they brought him in later. So just a quick message from Jared. He is pulling in now, which basically means he's almost on. So we'll be joined by Mr. Giggle himself, Jared.
Yeah, Mr. Unsolved Mystery himself.
And Chuckles.
Oh, yeah.
Chuckler.
And another really impressive thing that we were talking about Roro is that he's only been subbed off once in 10 games to only be subbed off once, and you're the veteran player on the team. That says a lot about his physique.
And I think that was an injury. I think he had if
Remember
I
that
remember
knee?
correctly.
Yeah,
I think he went down hard or something like that. And
yeah.
so,
and then he came right back the next game. We were like, oh, they're probably not going to play. And then all of a sudden he's back and he's starting. He just has some K tape on. It's like, oh, he's just taped up. All right. He's kind of robotic at this point. You just throw some tape on the old man and he's right back at it and still sprinting. It's
the special spray.
I don't know if it's a special. You know how you fix anything with duct tape? I think that's Roro's motto. And I don't even know that they're using K tape on him. I think it's literally duct tape with the guy because that stuff is a miracle for if anybody who owns a home. Tina, if you did not have duct tape, where would you be right now? I mean, come on.
Duct tape and WD-40.
Yes, both of those things fix everything. Luis, come on. You'll get there at some point.
Well, I've used duct tape plenty of times too, so I know what you guys are they're talking about too.
And I think, even though they make black duct tape, and I can see that Roro has black tape on. I don't think it's K-tape. It's got to be duct tape. I'm almost dead certain.
Yeah, it's some special tape that
they fix him.
Helping.
He is so held together well, and he's still. I mean, I've seen him track back into the hard defense, into the deep defense, and he's just amazing. Remember, you got to put Jared when he logs on. He's got to be.
He's on. We got Jared.
I've got to be below Jared so I can poke him one way or the other.
We might have to do it this way just so no one gets blocked out, because someone says, "Hey, Jared."
All right, sorry about that. Sorry about being tardy to the party.
Oh, that's okay. I got you now.
Oh, good. Oh, you could poke him.
I just moved him over.
Oh, he's got the wall in between him though. With those,
he's got a thick wall. He's got the concrete barrier, so I can't slug him as hard. Welcome in, Jared.
Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody, and happy pre-match day.
All right. Happy pre-match day. Okay, moving on. Let's keep moving on how are we doing? How's our team doing, and how's the 11? How are we doing? Come on.
So let's look at goalkeepers and how they've been doing thus far.
We have no idea how Carlos has been doing because he doesn't get to play.
Right?
He doesn't. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. And actually, I'm glad you brought that up too, because I guess the biggest question really is, would you guys actually give him an opportunity to play this match, or when is he going to get the opportunity right now?
Look at what Danny's done. How many clean sheets does he have? You said 3?
He's gotten, I believe it's 3. You
Yeah,
know what? Actually, it's only been 1, but I mean, of course, we're counting the other games, right, that aren't part of the USL.
Yeah.
But
I think
one
that
technically.
he would have to really screw up to be pulled out, honestly, at this point.
That's a good question, Luis. It is a good question. Do you slide Carlos in? Danny, like I said, I private messaged him the other night. It's like, I think it was after, I don't remember. Yeah, it was after the San Jose match, and he had made these really incredible stops, and just watching him play. And even after the tie ball game recently, it's like, not only was he Golden Glove, but he was Golden Body based on how many shots he blocked with different parts of himself, right? And the foot to the chest on that one, I guess that was Oakland, right? Yeah, that was Oakland, where he took a foot to the groin or foot to the chest, and it's kind of like, right? Which was the most stupid call. We could lament over that another half hour, but we're not gonna. We did talk about it a lot.
We're just going to have to worry about the next graduate that's coming in tomorrow from Melvin Rivas' special facility.
Oh, that is funny.
They're prepped up. They're ready. They're ready for that.
They've already walked the stage, and they're ready to walk the pitch tomorrow.
Yeah. They're ready. Well, yeah, who knows when Carlos will be able to get an opportunity, because I'm sure if I ask all of you on here, you'd probably be like Danny V against LA Galaxy. I don't think anyone would say Carlos.
Yep.
Cool. Well, that's basically how the team is doing stat-wise. All the numbers are there, but let's go ahead and take a quick break from talking about ourselves right now, but let's take a look at how San Antonio's been doing over the past couple of games and what they are bringing to the table against us too. So let's go ahead and look at their recent games here. All right, so last couple games, going all the way back to beginning of May, they actually lost against Phoenix 3-0. Even though Phoenix got a red card, they got kicked out of the Open Cup against Houston Dynamo 1-0. And then they beat Miami FC at Miami 2-0. And they also beat RGB Toros at RGB 3-2.
We can't see it. Scroll, because it's hidden. Not
Is
the
it-
other way. Scroll.
No.
It's there. That.
Is it-
That.
oh.
Scroll.
Downward.
Yeah. Move.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
there
okay.
you
You
go.
guys are
There you go.
blocking. Yeah, I'm okay. So yeah, these are the last couple of results here that we have here. So they've been traveling. They're gonna keep traveling from the looks of it because they play Monterey after they play against us. But they've gotten pretty good results already. I mean, 2 for 2 away is not an easy thing to do, and so let's hope they don't make it 3 for 3 when they play against us tomorrow. But this team knows how to play away as well. So, what are you guys' thoughts on these games?
That was interesting, Luis. What are you
Let me-
doing?
I'm trying to fix my screen. Here you go, so you guys can see everything. There you go. So those are the games. So, what are you guys' thoughts on this run?
You know, I don't have a whole lot of thought except for I know that they're going to be gunning for us simply because, you know, this is a little bit of a heated rivalry. I mean, we have Emil Cuello, they have Mitch Tainer. Sorry, Jared, I mentioned the name.
Oh.
You know, there wasn't a beep button. But, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't really, for me, it doesn't really matter what their run up is. Simply because they're treating Sacramento. I mean, they've been in town for a day or two. They've had some time off. They didn't have an Open Cup match. They didn't have a midweek match. Neither did we. Who knows how much drinking they've been doing? Who knows how much drinking we've been doing? You know, we don't know what our training looks like. But at the end of the day, tomorrow, both teams are going to show up, and they're going to show up vicious, literally vicious. And, you know, Mark Briggs is keen on the fans matching the viciousness of the squad on the field. And if we have, what's his name, Rivas's clan, what's his first name again, Jared?
Melvin.
No.
If we have Melvin Rivas's clan, you know, who've learned from the Melvin Rivas sucky referee school, it's going to be harder for us than it will be for San Antonio. But at the end of the day, you know, we just have to throw everything out there on this game. We cannot lose at home. That's all there is to it.
Especially since they don't have Shannon Gomez on the roster tomorrow since he's been called up for international duty. This is the opportunity that we can go full ham on San Antonio, especially he who shall not be named.
Yeah, and we're going to probably give our big guys to Mitch, our big speedy guys, you know, because they have a couple central defenders that are tall like Mitch, and Mitch is very good. Let's face it, he's good in the air. Remember how his long ball crossing was really good? So we've got to focus in on that, because what he would do from the very back of the field, he would plump it up right to the left wing or the right wing. And, you know, they would literally have a full field advantage when he played for us. It was, he was spot on with his accuracy of that. And he's only probably gotten better. So,
And he plays up.
Huh? Yeah.
And he plays up. He just scored. Actually, I think Shannon just gave him an assist, and he scored a couple games ago.
Right. And so we've got to put our tall guys. I mean, we cannot blink. In other words, you know, like when you pass by a small town and you blink and you miss it, we can't blink during this match. We cannot lose focus. We have to track everything. And we've got to play Mark Briggs' system. I'm not playing. I can't say we, they. All right. Sorry. I'm on the field.
One day
Right.
we'll be able to be on the field too. They need to do that. Make it happen already. Come on.
We know we're not. We know we're not on the roster, but the spirit is there, and that's all that matters from us. We just contribute any way we can without actually suiting up.
One day we're gonna do a podcast team and friends against Sacramento Republic staff game at Harkell Park.
Uh-huh.
We might make it happen one day. I'm just saying, it might be.
Martha, wait, put that back. No, go to the other Martha. Yes.
The other more.
The other comment she made. Your second sentence, Martha, you get us every time. We would say we say the same thing. Then we have a question later on of maybe we should get to it right now. Do you start Dougie based on, you know, the this will be his first game back? Do you start him or do you bench him?
I would say, given how he performed against San Jose, I'd go ahead and start him. I mean, hopefully he's gotten a proper talking to by Coach Briggs, or maybe sat down, kind of talked over that, and maybe saw the error of his ways. So I would go ahead and start him. I mean, we're going to need it against this number one team. I mean, granted, yes, he helped take out San Jose, but we're talking about our own league. If someone we're having to take on at least one other time and possibly in the playoffs again. So I would go ahead and start him.
So here's what I would say to Dougie: do not make me come down on the field and slap you for not running.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you have to start him too. I don't think you can't.
He's been warned now. You've been warned.
Ooh, wait.
She's gonna do
Martha
the whole.
says no. Wait, Martha says no. She said she'd start Keko and Cuello.
Oh yeah, that she would bench Dougie is what she's saying.
Huh.
She would start Keko and Cuello. Yeah.
Interesting. So they would be underneath Luther, is my guess, because when you have Keko and Cuello, they usually play under the big guy, whether it's Luther or. So what about Zico? I mean, people are starting to get hot on Zico, otherwise known as Tina, and Adam Moffat. They're fans of Zico. Where do you put him?
Tina's like, I'm not gonna comment.
She's not jumping in.
I don't.
She has to get done laughing because she and I have this running behind the scenes thing going on.
The Z-Man hipster is silent for the moment. because she was a fan. Because she was a fan before it became the cool thing to do.
But Martha says, yes, no, Zico doesn't do anything.
Talk to Adam Moffat's hand, Martha.
Great comments, Martha. I'm liking this whole back and forth that everyone's not agreeing with everything too. Because I'm with Martha as well. I'm benching Dougie tomorrow. Don't start him. Make him realize his mistake from that other game, right? He played. So, and I'm also with Martha. Z-Man doesn't do anything. I have not been impressed. He should go back to the bench.
I actually don't think we should start Zico either. I think he is a great player to bring off of the bench though, and freshen things up with some fresh legs. I think he has a lot of potential in that realm, coming being a super sub maybe. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't start him either, honestly.
So for any of you who say he should start, Martha wants to know, what has he done?
As far as Zico or Dougie?
Zico.
Z-Man, yeah.
Z-Man. Scott, come on, you've been awful quiet.
I was waiting for you guys. Let it hash it out. But I'm gonna go with the Dougie to start. Luther, it's either got to be one of them two. Luther's just missed so many easy opportunities. He's not a great finisher. He can be, but he's missed so many. I see Dougie's more. He's had more of when he scores. He just doesn't have a lot of opportunities. So I'll still take Dougie over Luther any day. And then you guys keep forgetting about this guy. Maybe I'm the only one high on him. And he's perfect second half sub is we got Malik Foster back. He is easily the fastest guy on the team. You guys keep sleeping on him.
No,
he is the perfect super sub. He may not have the height, but that's what I would do is Dougie, and then you can just swap him out with Malik. So you go from, you might not have as much height, but I guarantee Malik Foster will be any person on the team. Maybe not Duke.
He's got the legs.
He's just. That's why I was so pissed when I saw that preseason game when he hurt his knee. I was like, you got to be kidding me. This guy is the fastest guy on the team, and he gets a knee injury. That's the worst thing you can have besides a hamstring.
Right.
So,
just so you know, Jared picked him for last week's match as the scorer. So Jared's been observing Malik.
But he's not in starting. He's not in a starter role. Not because he's not good, but he works perfect for the last 20 minutes. Just go guns a-blazing. All you got to do is kick the ball down to him. Let him work his magic. So he's not going to be in a starting role, I don't think, as long as Dougie and Luther are on the team. And you got to, like I said, you got to have some height. And both of them are pretty fast themselves. It's just who's more consistent scoring. And right now, I see Dougie put away, has been many more opportunities, and Luther's just missed some. Like, how do you miss those kind of? In Oakland, he had 2 or 3 of them. Like, what is this guy doing? Like, we were pretty pissed about it. Like, so it's just that's why the team. I think we've only scored 10 goals the whole season, 11 maybe.
You know what, Scott, though? You bring up a really good point because a lot of our guys have missed perfect sitters. Really.
Yeah, that's why our offense. It's just like, do we not practice finishing? Like, what's going on? You got the defense down, which is great, but like, I think the past 3 seasons since I've been a fan since 2018. Every year it's the same thing. It's like low scoring. Great, you're on defense. They say defense wins championships. Well, where's the championship then? You got to score too. So we need like those 3 goals, 4 goal games, not just 1-0 all the time or 2-1. We need those outbursts more often. So we just need someone. You find someone who has that spark up top and can put away braces, end on end, like a certain Bulgarian magician I won't mention. So he does it on the regular. So we need someone just like that.
Well,
which is why he shouldn't have left.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, but
I've already put my 2 cents in on that. So.
Yeah, we know how you feel.
I don't think there's many people that aren't mad that he didn't stay, honestly.
Yeah. And so it's funny because Luis Felipe the last couple matches has been our goal scorer, and what position is he playing, and it's kind of strange. So basically the sitters. So one of the things that the team does that bothers me a lot is before the game starts, they work on shooting. That should be done in my mind. That is a practice. That's what you do in training. When you come out, it's like I don't understand teams that work and take shots. But I was trained you do that in training, you don't do it before the match because you run out of, I don't know. I know it's like building the muscle memory, but they've got much more on their mind than to just sit there and train on shots. They've got to visualize the game different, I don't know. I'm just
Can I put my 2 cents in on that?
Yeah, go.
So when we would, when I played soccer back in the day in high school and college, we would do that as well. You warm up shooting because each field is different, especially when you're traveling. You need to know how that ball is going to come off the ground, when it's bouncing, when it's rolling. Some fields have certain patches where the ball bounces, so you got to know to adjust that. Some are perfectly flat. So that's also, it's not that they're training to shoot. It's like, okay, how's the ball rolling today? Is the grass wet? So we need to adjust to how wet the grass is. So it's also like get a feel for that field, even if it's your home field. It could have been hot out that day or it could have rained. So you got to get a feel for that shooting, feeling, I guess you could say. So it's like, okay, once I take the field, I know the ball's going to either bounce more than usual or it's going to slide more than usual. So I don't think it's more of a training thing. It's just like, okay, today's the day. This is how, the pitch is going to run. This is how we need to adjust to our shooting or kicking or passing of the ball. So that's just kind of in the back of my head, because that's what basketball players, why they practice layups. They know how to do a layup. Why do they even practice that?
I know.
So
exactly.
But with soccer, you got pitch is always different. So just something to get used to, I guess.
So we got a good comment from Martha here, and it's one that I definitely agree to. Should rotate in sooner. Coach takes too long. Usually it's like post 70th minute, right? I think we've talked about it a couple of times, and I don't know. I think next time I see him, I'm gonna probably ask him that too. I'm just really curious what his strategy, right, is behind doing late subs versus doing a sub in the 50th, even the early 60th, right? But usually with them, it's always been 65th through end of game, and that might be too late.
What's weird is I feel like he was doing a better job of it earlier in the season. I mean, I know we're still early in the season, but like the first few games, I feel like he was doing more subbing, kind of like you said, at the 50, 60th minute. And then the last couple of games, it's like he's fallen back into the really late subs.
And Martha saying players have had problems with coach. Tucker wanted to sign with us again, but coach had words with them and told him he wouldn't be back.
Oh, that's interesting information. None of us have heard that.
Yeah, I hadn't. Last we heard, Jared, you had told us that Tucker wasn't he gonna go to was it Air Force, I think, or was that the Air Force?
I can barely make out what we are saying. I'm hearing the THX 1138 sound quality right now on my end.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I'll try to work on this as I can. Yeah, as far as Tucker Bone, I mean, I know towards late last year, didn't really see a whole lot from him as far as on social media, and then I just straight up asked, hey, is there any word on, if you're coming back this year? And at that time, he said, things are working on soon. And then sometime later, he had posted that he was retiring from soccer and taking on, I think it was either going as a pilot or pilot training, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, I still follow him, of course, and he still posts every so often. But I mean, he
we don't
I
know.
still wish we had him.
Yeah, but none of us know for sure. None of us have heard what Martha just posted. None of us are aware of that. And if anybody would be aware, I honestly. So yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
I don't know that I don't know that any current players have any problems with the coach.
Mm.
Oh, I see.
Or he could have deleted his committee. He has gone to flight school. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we knew, the flight school thing.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, it was training. I mean, it sucks not having him on the field for us, but I mean, this would also be a great opportunity for him to go to flight school. I mean, he's been with the Air Force for quite some time, and I know that's. I mean, hell, I wanted to go into the Air Force for a while myself, so I understand where he's coming from, but we can only hope for the best, and hope he succeeds in flight school. Let him take the skies.
So I wanted to put an earlier comment that Martha put, and she makes a good point too. She said she would put Carlos in because of Danny. If Danny gets hurt, do you want a goalie who hasn't played? And that is true, right? Because if Carlos doesn't play and Danny keeps playing all the games, hopefully he doesn't get injured, right? But in the event that he does get injured, Carlos might be, not saying he's going to be out of shape, right? Because he's been training, but he's not going to be as active on the net. So yeah, that's a good point right there. So
although we've seen in past years when we had Josh Cohen, there was no subbing. Josh Cohen started every match, and Rafa played backup keeper. And then when Rafa was called up and called into play, he still did a really good job. But so it can go both ways. If you've got a really hot keeper, you want the shutout versus the training opportunity for the. Well, now obviously Carlos is the backup keeper, which sucks because he did so well at the end of last season, to really stake his claim. But there was a reason that we did bring in Danny Vitiolo.
Yeah, and plus he's just got more experience, so you kind of have no option but to go with the experienced guy. So let's go ahead and take a look at how Sacramento Republic has been doing in the last couple of games. Last Saturday, as we know, we tied 1-1. Then we beat San Jose 2-0. We're all still riding on that victory and just celebrating to this day. Prior to that, we went to El Paso, lost 1-0, and then we beat Phoenix in the Cup 2-0. And then Jared got to witness the 1-0 victory over in New Jersey. So we've had a good mixture of results, right? But even that El Paso game, it didn't really feel like it should have been a loss, but that's how we've been doing after.
And we've talked about this on our live shows and all of our other podcasts. So I'm wondering if we can move on to last time San Antonio visited Heart Health Park. When was that?
Oh, you're gonna rip the wound open on that one, huh?
Uh-huh. Well, Luis did. Urbano put this one up there. I didn't put this one up there.
Well, we have to mention it, especially for the people going to the game tomorrow, so they can know what history has happened, especially for those who didn't attend the game, because I know I was there. I'm sure, Sharon, you were there. We know what happened.
That was the game I wasn't there. I was not at that match.
Oh, you didn't go to that one?
No.
Oh, okay.
That was the one game. I think I was under the weather and I stayed home.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that was the game that, if anyone recalls, there was the biggest brawl probably in Heart Health Park history, and he who shall not be named made made everyone, I think, pretty pissed off. All Soccer Republic fans who were there in attendance, including myself, we were really annoyed at the fact that a former player would come by and just basically diss you as the fan, right? Not just the coach or the former player teammates he had. It was the fans, right? But
Well, and wasn't he technically still on our team at the time? He was on loan.
He was on loan.
Wasn't that
Yes,
the,
he was on.
wasn't that
Yeah.
the worst part? It's not even that he was a former player. He was technically still on our team.
Yeah,
And,
that was the worst part.
For the good of the podcast, an advance notice, ladies and gentlemen, from this point, listener guidance is suggested. From here on out, we cannot guarantee the clean language as we discuss this match. So continue as you were, folks.
I don't think I've actually seen the fight. I missed this game too. It was also like same as you, Sharon. I think it was like the one game that season, or I think I was traveling or something, and I wasn't there either. And I don't think I ever saw the footage of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, it all really started with ball retention there, the player trying to like just waste time, and then as you could see there from the replay, he just kind of fell through, and then they wanted to start a fight with Malik, and before you know it, there was fights going on like left and right, and then yeah, it was. And I remember the team bench just went out like running, and that's why the brawl looked like it was really crazy, because the San Antonio team bench just stood up and went right to it. Two of our players got red cards. One of theirs got a red card. And Mitch did not even see a yellow card, even though he was a part of the brawl as well. But that's what happened in that match too. And again, it was tough. But throughout the match, they were pretty dirty against us, I gotta say. And it wasn't just Mitch; it was a lot of the other players there. And I know Jared probably remembers it really well.
Oh yeah. I was watching online. I had seen the fight break out, and I'd seen just as how Mitch decided to go into Academy Award mode with that, with that footage there. And then, of course, later on, he ends up going towards the center of the field, pointing and laughing at the fans. Just basic, just disrespect. I mean, he lost me as a fan. I mean, I was kind of hoping he would, keep it classy, like 99.5% of the former Republic FC players that come back to play a match. But no, he has to be. So I'm trying to think of a clean word or clean name to give him, but nonetheless, he's basically burnt his bridge coming back west. That's how I'll put it that way.
Yeah. And it looks like Scott's got to go. Thanks so much, Scott, for being on. We appreciate
Thank you, Scott.
Work safe, Scott. Lots of tips. So moving on, I mean, we could belabor that whole point, but I want to know, well, we know Mitch is going to play tomorrow. There's no way he's not playing. So he's playing. But so that's kind of like, yeah, it's a given. He'll be playing tomorrow, and he's got to. I mean, he's their star defensive back. He's been named to Team of the Week. He's been named Defensive Player of the Week, kind of stuff. He's showing his mettle, for San Antonio, and he's found his home. But what I want to know is, I want to know this answer. Who's in your starting 11?
I feel like the defense is pretty solid. Like, I just don't see that changing. You know what I mean? Every time we ask this question, for me, it's always, at least recently, it's just been the same. It's got to be, Casey, Lee, and Connor probably. And then, you have Gurr on the and Lacroix on the sides,
right,
doing the back and forth. Like for me, that 5 is just kind of solid. They've proven that it works, and I don't see messing with that.
And then I know we all say it's going to be Luis Felipe and Roro, and then that leaves just what two more players, right? No,
I put
3.
Cuello in. I start Cuello. I don't think he's gotten enough starts recently.
No,
Yeah.
he hasn't. Yeah.
I'd go with Cuello as well.
Maybe a Keko and Cuello.
But then is it and Dougie up top?
Yep.
Okay.
I
Interesting.
think that's a solid lineup.
Yeah, I think that's a solid lineup. I agree with that.
I am really. I'm keeping an eye on Rafa. Like I think he did a really good job it was Oakland. I think he started right, and I'm not saying he should start, but or maybe not. Maybe with this game not get as much time, but I want to see him play more just throughout the season because he's been really kind of getting in there, sticking his feet in and messing up the play and I've been really impressed, especially with as young as he is, with how much he's really been getting in there.
That's a good point. And then what about Damia? I mean, he comes on, he's got some fabulous feet. He's got excellent ball control. He and Keko seem to bring that Spanish influence to our game, and I really like it. What do you think? Do you think that they can run circles with their skills and techniques around San Antonio if they're in at all?
Well, he's a good guy. Like I think it would be great to see him there, but I feel like I would bring in Duke for the starting role because you need that speed against this team, and so I would say Duke, but definitely sub in Damia though. But sub him in early
I see
though.
him being a sub too.
Yeah,
I think
probably...
Malik, Damia, and maybe probably Matt. I think those 3 would be good off the bench if they don't start. And yeah, to your point, Luis, a little earlier.
Yeah. Oh, please, but don't wait till the 80th minute.
Oh, exactly.
So yeah, Martha says I agree they should play together. When you say together, Martha, you mean who are you talking about? Just
Yeah, were there any particular players you were saying that should play together, Martha?
And how about Malagrasa, right? We saw him start in the last game, and we already know he's a fan favorite, right? But you guys have him starting for tomorrow?
It's a tough one. Because who does he play in front of? He would have to play either in front of Rowe or in front of Luis Felipe or...
Yeah.
That midfield's hard because we have such a solid midfield and we have so many good options.
We're so deep.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
Which is it's a good problem to have, but...
Oh, she said Keko and Dami. She also thinks they should play together. That's true. Just like Sharon was saying, they have that Spanish connection. And then it works out great.
Yeah, and as far as the depth chart, I definitely agree. Our depth chart looks like a V-neck because it's deep.
Oh my God, Jared, I was supposed to make you laugh tonight, but you've been making me laugh. I love it.
So it's working out. You haven't even poked them too, even though you're actually below. Look over there.
Oh my gosh, and I even have a poker now.
Oh, and now he doesn't have anything protecting him either. You don't have your wall protecting you anymore.
Oh my God! For those of you who are watching and you don't know, whenever Jared is sitting up above me on the thing, I always end up poking him. And, it's good fun.
It's almost like the old school Hollywood squares.
Yep. Just like, who you calling old? Anyhow, so moving on.
No, well, there's the 70s version, and then there's the late 80s, early 90s version.
There you go. Right.
So looking at some of the subs that we have, what are your guys' thoughts on Nick Ross? What do you guys think he hasn't been playing as much as he did starting?
He's been starting. He's what was it? Last game he started?
No,
I think
was
so.
on the bench. No, this was last game right here. Like he didn't start.
The game before somebody started.
I think he started. Didn't he start in San Jose? in the San
Yes,
Jose game?
against San Jose he started
Yeah.
because I remember.
But
sending him
before
a-
that, we hadn't seen him though. You
Right,
remember
He was
that?
injured.
Yeah.
he was
He was
injured.
Was he injured? Oh, okay.
Yeah. An injury.
That makes me a little worried that the team isn't communicating with us about injuries like they were at the beginning.
At the beginning, they were awesome. You know,
Yeah,
They were transparent. I mean, compared to last year where they basically just put the name and that's it, didn't even discuss anything else. It's starting to lean towards that because, to be honest, I'm not even seeing any injury reports these past few matches.
No, yeah.
I actually don't think they have anybody who's been ineligible due to injury recently because I think it was Connor. Was it Adam? Someone I think it was one of the broadcasts. Maybe I think it was Adam. And the broadcasters were talking about how they didn't think anybody was on the injury list right now.
All right.
Which is good.
Yeah, true.
But when they were, like when Nick Ross did get injured, there was no mention of anything because it's almost like they need to have a staff person available to communicate this stuff. But it's almost like, what are they doing? Why aren't they communicating any of this stuff? Whose responsibility is it? Whose job is it to find this dish out? It's not Connor. You know, he doesn't do the social. He doesn't put the injury report stuff together. It's like, where is that? Is it because we had I don't know. Are we in transition still? Who knows?
I'll hop out. Hey, you guys are in part-time? I'm here. Part-time.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason I knew Nick was hurt was because, again, I think one of the broadcasters said it in one of the games.
Exactly. Yeah.
Even if it's an injury report, none, even that'll be beneficial.
Yeah, at least, right? But, another guy that probably is injured, or I don't know what's the situation, Mario Penagos.
He was injured.
Yeah, right?
He was injured.
I don't know. Is he still injured? So, see, we do have one if he is still.
He was. I don't know if he still is, but he was. Yeah.
Martha says, have you noticed that the starting 11 comes later and later?
They're making their decisions last minute in the locker room, 2 minutes before walkout.
It's whoever gets to the locker room first, right? When they're taking those pictures, right? When they're coming in the stadium.
There you go.
Yeah, that's how he figures
it's like they're judging based on the daily drip. I like what he's wearing. He's going to start. Him, I don't like how that goes. He's benched.
It's a fashion show.
I've often volunteered to buy these guys some, I have money to buy jeans for the guys that have like so many ripped jeans. It's like, if you cannot afford jeans without holes, I swear I'll help you out. I know where I can get you those at JCPenney in the men's section.
And with that, they're paying for those holes. They pay for them with the holes in them.
Sweetie.
Exactly.
I know. But it's a good old person's joke. Come on.
It drives me batty too. I see all the girls nowadays, the young girls with the ripped jeans too. I'm like, come on.
With the pockets hanging down.
Yes.
Sorry. The men probably absolutely love it. Oh, good. She's got the pockets showing. That means the shorts are really short. Anyhow. Sorry. I digress. Can we get that out? Oh, no, we're live. Sorry.
We're live. Everything is there. So
take that foot out of the mouth.
There's no 7-second delay here.
No, well, except the people watching. The people watching, y'all, whatever we're saying right now, we said it 7 seconds ago.
Right, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Just like the ESPN Plus feed, always behind.
Okay, so we're gonna go on to our predictions. We want to talk about what's the strategy, coach. I just say balls to the wall. I don't care. It's the same strategy. Just play our game, right? So I think we move on to our predictions.
Well, make sure that he doesn't come off as too defensive, right? Because there's a team that if you give them opportunities to attack you,
oh yeah,
they're gonna actually make sure that they take advantage of them, no matter how strong our defense is. So you need to make sure that we're as offensive as possible and make sure there's a lot of high pressure. That's the key right there, high pressure. So, well, yeah. I know we briefly mentioned he who shall not be named earlier, but which of our players do you think is going to be marking him?
No one's going to be marking
I mean,
Mitch.
sorry, I said that. What player is he going to be marking? What player should be on the lookout for him because he's going to be tough to get across.
Doug's
Luis.
going to go around him.
If he's running. If not, he might never even
Tina
go
was
past
going to
him.
say something. What
If he's in the center, I think Luis Felipe, he probably ends up at least having to mark occasionally because he's in the center too.
See, Martha says, play like we did in the first couple matches. Stop playing back all the time.
Yeah, that's what we're hoping for too. And I feel like anyone watching the game, you want to see a team that isn't just playing back. If you're playing at home, you should be offensive. You should be trying to make sure that you get the win at home, right? Just like Coach says, right? You want to make sure that people or that other teams are afraid to come to Sacramento, and that's the last thing they want to do is play there. And same goes with the fans, but let's be loud as we usually are. But anyone who stays quiet, just start shouting something or just start just talking, right?
So. Exactly.
They already call Sacramento a basketball hell. Let's make it soccer hell for the visitors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I agree with Tina as far as what she was saying. If he ends up going against Luis, we know Luis is not afraid to get feet and hands and everything else in there. But if it's Dougie, you better be coming out with Daisy Dukes with the speed we're expecting of you at this point. Hike them shorts up. Get that extra nitrous oxide going.
What he said.
The
Move the
tank.
legs. Move those legs. He can beat Mitch. He can beat Mitch. So that's why I say when I say he's gonna drift. Mitch has got his hands full if Dougie is the starter. Because what'll happen is Dougie will drift. If you've watched him, Dougie has a way, even though sometimes he's not actively pursuing on defense, and sometimes it's harder for him to get his engine going, he will drift and they'll not catch the fact that he's drifted off to the right. And the next thing you know, they put a ball through to him and he's beyond their defense. It's just what the other part of that equation will be is as he's running and getting the ball, because he's done this a few times, but nobody's been on the receiving end. He gets it perfectly across the face of the goal for either the front post guy or the back post guy or the trailing midfielder to finish it, right? And we've not had that. So hopefully we've been working on that in training, because I think that's how we're going to break down San Antonio is we're going to get a lot of get around the corner kind of situations. We'll get them. We'll get it. Oh my God, I don't want to make predictions. No, we already made our predictions. Didn't we already make our predictions on this?
We did.
Last podcast, but we might as well get everyone else's predictions while we're here.
Yeah, well, it would just be Tina because we all have ours, and I have a.
And Martha, we want to hear Martha's prediction.
Yeah, Martha, give us your
Martha's
prediction.
get in there.
Right.
You wrote them down now.
I wrote mine down. Yeah, because
Oh, okay, all right. Jared's gonna start writing this down. Because we don't trust him. There's a reason why he's winning.
I don't think it's that we don't trust him. We just don't remember. No one ever remembers what they said.
I have to write them down. I'm starting to write them down because I was like, oh yeah, I picked what's his name, and then I looked and it's like I did not. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's recorded, so if we ever need to go back and tally the numbers and get the math right, then we'll go back and tally the math.
Martha likes a 2-1 score line. Who do you have this scoring our first goal, Martha?
And Tina, what's your prediction and first goal score?
I really I usually stick to that same pick that she just had. I veer to the 2-1 a lot, and I've been right a lot with that as well. But as much as I want to say that we win, I know this is going to be a really tough game. And I can't say we're going to lose. I just can't do that. So I'm going to go with either a 2-2 or a 1-1 tie. I think it's going to be a tie. I'd love to win, but I'd love to at least keep our home field loss. No losses at home. So, yeah, Luis had 1-1 also.
Well, I have, but I picked
Oh,
Luis.
no, or is that you?
That's
that was
me.
you. Okay.
Well,
I
actually,
picked-
both.
Yeah,
It was-
we were identical. We're both Libras, so we did the same damn thing. We had 1-1 with Luis Felipe as the scorer. Jared has
And
us
that's really
losing.
where I was leaning. I was leaning towards 1-1 also. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough for both sides to score. But I just, something tells me we're not going to be able to pull off the win, unfortunately. I'd love to. It would be amazing. I think
Same
it's just gonna be
here.
really hard.
Okay, Martha says Roro's going to be the first goal scorer. Yeah, as far as my prediction goes, yeah, there's going to be a few graduates of Melvin Rivas that are going to be screwing the game up as usual when it comes to the big games like this, and somehow will end up losing. I mean, please prove me wrong, Republic FC. Pull this win out. It would be great. I mean, I enjoy being wrong when it comes to these predictions. I mean, as far as the ones that have us lose. So let's just hopefully the refs won't be a factor. That's all I can say.
Oh, we actually also had a bonus too, and Tina, Martha, y'all can answer here for us too. But is Mitch gonna get a yellow card?
Oh, right. Yeah, I was actually sitting on the beach of San Diego listening to the podcast, and I had to laugh at that. Yeah, I say he gets a yellow card. If he's just too much out there. I don't see him not throwing a leg or a elbow somewhere.
Jared, do you read the...
You're right, Martha.
Yeah, come on, guys. Republic wins. I picked this over San Jose. Yeah, well, it's just like I said, Martha. Hopefully they'll prove my prediction wrong and beat San Antonio. I would love for them to beat San Antonio. We just have to be realistic and take into account that, much like our games against Orange County, RGV, and in Oakland, we end up getting the screw job. Biggest one this side of Survivor Series in Montreal.
No KY.
Got us feeling like Bret Hart.
Oh.
No, Jared, imagine if Melvin Rivas is the... What if it's not an academy? It's him. He's the ref.
Oh my God, he will not be allowed to step on that pitch. I swear to you. Oh, we can look to see who
Could we look
Pro. I think we can see who the referee assignments are already, can't we?
Yeah, through pro referees. Yeah, I think that's their Twitter handle because they'll usually have the assignments.
All right.
Okay.
So Jared, notice
here we
how
go.
dark Luis's screen got? Do you see the ticker on the bottom? Can you read that?
It's that time now. Wow.
Hey,
it's 8 o'clock already. Almost
Luis
8:30.
stepped in and the lights
All
went
right,
on. All right, well, we're all going dark.
The U18s are in bed, so let's get this going.
And Melvin Rivas is the first topic, so have fun, right?
Yeah.
Let's see.
We've all gone dark.
It looks
I'm
like
kidding. We're all like
League One. I'm looking at the wrong one.
simpatico with Luis Urbana. We all went dark.
If it makes him feel any better, I don't have my light on either. It's another reason I don't have my camera on. So
yeah, well, and I'm always complaining. I can't see you, Tina.
I did change out my light actually for you, Sharon. So the light the last time I had a much more light going on in my room.
Oh, I don't know, Jared. I'm scrolling down. I know it's below. I have not seen Melvin Rivas in any other game.
Oh no!
Gee, I wonder.
No.
Let's see.
No. Please, no.
Okay, I went
They've
through
got
all
the
of them.
Monterey Bay one versus Oakland.
I have not seen him.
Phoenix, come on.
Oh, here you go. Sacramento Republic versus San Antonio.
Scroll it up.
Okay. Michael Radchuk is the guy.
Oh.
Oh, that's Michael Radchuk is a part of Melvin Rivas Academy, Jared.
We'll see.
Hopefully, Michael Radchuk.
I don't know any of those names. I don't recognize any of them. This is a whole different crew. This is a whole different crew than I've seen come to our field. Yeah. Makes me a little nervous.
No Melvin Rivas though, which is well, maybe Jared he got suspended or something. Maybe
he should be.
They heard you. Either that or he might be like going to USL League One or League Two, maybe.
Yeah, watch, he's been promoted to MLS. Sorry.
Oh, that you know what? No.
Hey, we're not in MLS, so it doesn't hurt us, ain't it?
Right.
Yeah, but that would be that'd be crazy if he was right. It's like, come on, award the good referees, don't award the bad ones.
Right.
But yeah. So Marta, that's why we're all well, and not just that, right? I mean, we're also playing against the team that's number one. San Antonio's done really good away as well. So I think us predicting, a tie or a loss is probably understandable because of that reason, right? But of course, like we always say, we hope we're wrong, right? It's not like, as much as I know Jared and Sharon really want that dinner. I mean, I want it as well, right? We still want to be wrong and see the team win. Much rather pay for a dinner than see us lose. So
I will pay for another DMC roll. I don't give a flying fornicate.
There you go.
Yeah. So we're hoping for it. But you know what? I see a red card in tomorrow's game. I don't know what team, but I do see a red card or two perhaps. I think it's gonna be a wild game.
It's gonna be chippy for sure. I hope there's no all-out brawls like that last one. But I definitely think it's gonna be chippy for sure.
That's Michael Radchuk.
Oh yeah, I've seen that guy. Yeah. Oh, Jared. It is a Melvin Rivas Academy guy already confirmed, certified. He graduated already too.
Look at his smear. He's already ready to throw
That's
a red
like the
card.
worst picture. That totally. Yeah. Yes, exactly.
He's ready to church. See what I was saying. I take that back. It's gonna be 3 red cards, not 1 or 2. Do you guys have you guys seen him? Right? Is it just me?
Yes.
Or
he's
refereed, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that guy's he's gotten plenty of shouts from all of us at the game.
I would take Victor Rivas over Melvin Rivas any day. No, I'm serious.
Wait,
Victor Rivas. Victor Rivas. Brother? I would take him over Melvin, but he's reffed a lot of our games.
Okay.
That's Victor.
Oh yeah, I've seen him before.
He's come in.
I think I have a meme of him somewhere. I'm gonna have to dig deep. No. It's serious. Someone had sent me a picture, and I just put the caption on there. So I'm gonna have to dig deep. That might be who that is.
Wait, do you think Victor is Melvin? No.
No.
Oh, the guy you made memes of.
Oh.
Well, we haven't seen both of them referee in the same match.
No, Victor Rivas isn't bad. I only think he made Preki mad once. So, and it was pretty mad. Preki was really mad with Victor. I think Paul Buckle was mad at him once. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So maybe he hasn't been all that great then if they've been mad. But then again, I mean, they are guys who do get angry easily, right? But
so who are the other 2 names? Who are the other ARs? Who are the ARs? Do you still have that up?
The other 2 are
the ARs. Yeah. Because I want to be able to yell at the 4th official as well. I always.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Well, I gotta say, in the Open Cup, I don't know who the 4th official was, but he was not doing his job.
She.
No. In the last Open Cup game.
Oh.
The guy.
Who was it where we had the 4th official?
Yeah.
Luis, when you were sitting next to me, there was a 4th official, and she was a woman, and she was super timid. And she was standing
really short as well. I remember.
And she was standing behind the table.
Yeah. She wasn't even. Yeah.
She wasn't in proper position. It was like, who the heck? Yeah.
We saw her because we were right there, right? But anyone sitting on the other side of the stadium would have been like, "Where's the 4th official?" Right? Because she was like hiding behind someone. She
was hiding behind the cameraman, I think, the whole time. He's on a platform, and she was behind it.
So the 2 ARs, Babik Dut, Conrado Garcia, and the 4th is Peter Hansen.
Okay.
Which, by the way, Peter, you're going to be hearing it from Sharon throughout the game, so you better be doing your job. I guess any 4th official, be warned. Section 105 is really loud and is going to point you out if you're not doing your job. That's what I've learned.
Are you bringing your Uncle Louis since he's your special charm?
Um,
His good luck
I
charm?
I wanted to. Unfortunately, he can't tomorrow. But I am bringing a cousin. He's been to me at just one game, and he is pretty loud as well. So
Good.
Okay.
Good.
they better be warned too. We're gonna be loud, and we're gonna be right there in 105 with Sharon. So
Yep.
it's gonna be a loud one again. So get ready, everyone. 105 is about to be really loud.
I'm hoping a bunch of people show up again. I hope that they can, after the last game, that it fueled some of the fans to show up.
Yeah, that would be great. I mean, it was just a fantastic atmosphere against San Jose. I mean, I have not seen Hard Health Park that buzzing in quite some time. Be great if
I
we
don't
can
think
keep
I've
it going
ever seen
on.
it that busy. Yeah, I think that's like the loudest and most I've ever seen at that park.
Yeah, hopefully it is. I mean, although I have a feeling it's not gonna be as packed until we get to playoffs, right? Hopefully we are in playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's always.
Conrado Garcia or Conrad Garcia. Have we seen him before?
No, I don't remember
Okay.
seeing.
Mm,
Well, how about the fourth official? Because that's the one that we're gonna have right there,
Okay.
screaming at.
What was his name? Peter Hansen?
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay. How do you spell the last name?
Han without the D and then Sun, like sun.
Oh, S-O-N,
Oh.
not S-E-N. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
Okay,
yeah.
so not like the drink.
Yeah, not like the Capri Sun.
Well, no, there's a well, there used to be a brand of soda called Hanson's.
Oh yeah, I think it's still around, isn't it? Or is it gone?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I'll probably have to check Winco just to be on the safe side.
So far nothing has shown up yet for me to find a picture of him. Oh, no, I have Trevor Hansen, NHL. Nothing yet. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll just see him when we see him.
Yep.
No, yeah, you'll definitely
Poor
know
guy.
where he's at.
I feel bad for him. He's gonna.
Doesn't everyone probably feel bad for any referee who steps into Hard Health Park, right? Because they probably already know how it's
Yes,
gonna be
they
like,
do.
right?
Yes.
They're like, why couldn't I been sent to New York Red Bulls too?
Oh, I'm a little upset with their last game. They actually played over in Harrison in their last match. You know, the big
And
arena.
Didn't they tie?
Oh.
Didn't they tie San Diego? How did San Diego
Yeah.
not beat them?
Wow.
Yeah. They're the Eastern Conference bike. Everybody's gotten a ride on them.
That is funny. I think
Wow,
this
that's
is Peter Hansen because he's shown up a couple times and this is his name. So poor guy. This is Peter Hansen.
He's not gonna be.
Oh,
All right,
God.
yeah, he looks
Poor
like he's just
guy.
gonna be staring at the players and.
He's toast.
Oh
Thoughts-
yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
Yeah.
We
Poor
owe
guy.
you Peter Hansen. You know, you do not want to be the fourth official in front of us.
Yeah. Still, we are still gonna be loud at you. We're sorry. We're not sorry because
Yeah.
we're still gonna be. So hopefully you're gonna do your job. Hopefully.
Well, I'm feeling
You'll do
weird
your job.
because I totally was peeping on, like trying to find, and it just feels weird to like find what you're looking for on the internet. It's just weird.
Yeah.
All right, where are we?
All
We're
right.
almost
So.
done.
One last thing, I wanted to take a look at the standings, and as I had mentioned earlier, we dropped to 8th place when we recorded our last podcast. We were still in 7th place, but again, the whole matches not even. Some teams are like, just let me play more matches because I want to, make sure I'm in playoff mode or feel like I'm in the playoffs, even though I'm living an illusion, right? With these games played, but we are still not far away. So for everyone looking at the standings, or if you have friends or family members who are looking at it and just telling you like, oh really, Sacramento's in 8th place and they're out of the playoffs right now and it looks like it's a repeat of last season, just let them know matches played, we have 11. and most of the teams that are above us have more matches than we do. In fact, there's only 3 teams: Colorado, San Antonio, and New Mexico, that actually also have 11. But all the other ones, it's like 1, 2, 3 more games played than we do, and so I just say, like, just don't let the standing let you down, because it's kind of fooling everyone right now, and hopefully we can catch up on games soon, and that they start giving other teams a break, because it's just not good that we can have so many games on hand like that.
I agree, and that the games that we do make up, or that when we gain ground on these matches, is that we're winning them. We have to actually win them to gain ground. So we can't just have them. We have to win them.
Yeah, that's true. That's another thing, right? Is that even though we have them, you got to win them, because if you don't, I mean, look at Monterey Bay.
Echo. Boy, there was an echo. Jared, did you hear that echo? You can't just have them. You have to win them. Did you hear Luis say it right after I said it? That was interesting.
Oh,
it was
I didn't hear any echo on my end.
No, I'm not talking about a little echo. I'm
I
teasing Luis for saying exactly what I said. He said it.
Yeah. Although you got me there at the beginning, but then I was like, okay. I think I know what's going on. Especially when Jared was like, I can't hear. I was like, okay, I got it.
Because I hear a lot of audio issues sometimes. I mean, thankfully the THX 1138 effect is gone, but whenever
that was, who was the THX, whatever you call it?
I don't know. It just like that robotic sound, like over a speaker or something like that. I don't know. You probably would have needed to watch the movie to get the reference. I mean, I don't know.
All right. It's okay. It's okay. We'll keep moving forward. Anyhow, that's where we are. What's the next question?
Well, the next question, or more of a statement too, is we win and we're back in playoff territory, so that's the good news. But if we lose, look at how distant we are from, like, say, Monterey Bay. Monterey's been slowly but surely, right? They've been creeping up, like just on the side there. Look at that. They have 12 points and 11 games played, only 4 points away from us. We got to make sure that we're on top of these games, right? And that we don't let any more points slide, because if you don't, then you might find yourself, in the last 2-3 positions of the table and not in a good spot. So it's getting to that point there.
Yeah. And we do not need to be losing to teams that are double digits in the negative for the goal differential.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, you can't take the foot off the gas. So anyhow, game is at 8 o'clock tomorrow. Don't forget, and get there early. Whatever.
I think gates open at 7, right? I'm assuming, or
7 o'clock gates is what they said. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they open at 7. First time that we play a game at 8 p.m. this season, so it's gonna be a late one. As much as us traveling fans would kind of wish it was at 7:30, because it's not gonna be anywhere near as hot as it might be other months. But I mean, it's that.
And there's a chance of rain tomorrow night, so that's
oh,
it's
more the reason for them not to.
I think it's supposed to be more on Sunday, but I forgot we were playing a later game.
Oh, yeah, that's true. It is. So it's gonna be 70 degrees kickoff time at 8 p.m. And once the game's over, it's gonna be probably about 66 degrees. So
Get to wear
it's gonna be a little chilly, yeah. Make sure you wear a sweater, yeah. But there is rain in the forecast for Sunday, like midnight, 1 in the morning. So hopefully it doesn't decide
Jared
to come
started yawning, and now I'm yawning, and now I pass it back to you, Jared.
No, just hearing those temperatures. Good God.
Oh, that wasn't a yawn. Okay, I'm yawning. All right. Sorry.
Oh no, he's like
surprised you didn't see my teeth. Surprised you didn't see my teeth chattering when you said, "Oh, it's going to be 70 degrees, and then it's going to go down to 66 degrees." Good.
Jared's like, "Can you bring that over here? Can you share that with me? You could use that right now."
Seriously, it's been over 100 degrees the past couple days here.
Oof.
All
That's
right,
rough.
let's wrap it up, guys, gals.
Cool.
Let's
Well,
wrap
yeah,
it up.
if anyone's going to the game tomorrow, free podcast stickers, just let us know. Sharon and I will be in the same section, so shouldn't be too hard to spot in 105, especially. Just look for the really loud people. Even if you don't know what number section you're in, just listen for those shouts and you'll find us too. You could be blindfolded and I think you'd still find us.
And my sister will be there, and she loves
Oh,
yelling
yes.
Duke's name, but she always yells it really deep, and it sounds like a guy
Yes.
when she's yelling it.
Yes.
Duke, Duke. And it's like, oh my God. That's
Yes.
my sister.
Yeah.
It's coming
That's
out
the
of my
best.
sister.
That's her best, like,
I know.
player shout. Yeah.
It is. She's so incredible. Yeah.
Oh,
She
that's-
has the horse show announcer voice when she starts getting going. It's like she's
Uh-uh.
loud. She can be very loud.
Oh,
That's what you want to be as a fan. You want to hear that when you're playing, I think.
Yes. Well, we need more people like your sister. I've always said that, and I'll never get tired of saying it. I'm glad she's back. Yes. Ooh,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. Ooh, it's gonna be the place everyone's gonna want to be at. So.
The sister will be there. Tina, you'll have to come over. Just come sit. There'll be empty
Yeah,
spots.
I have my nephew with me, so I will see.
Yeah.
I'm bringing him for a late birthday present.
What a sweet
Uh,
auntie.
Yeah, he's a good kid. They my friends' kids just love soccer, so even though my friends don't, if I can bring the kids, start them
Good.
young.
That's right. Starting young. And my friend Adriana and her daughter Tatiana are going to be at the match tomorrow, and they just Tatiana just had a training session from Dami today, so that was really cool.
hmm.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Cool.
Oh, we should also plug that everyone who can should try to travel to the LA game.
Yes. Get your tickets, get your stuff, get yourself lined up. Go to the Los Angeles LA Galaxy match. It's an open cup. We're in the quarterfinals. You're right, Tina. We have to say that at every podcast because we're going to be podcasting Sunday night, and then we'll be doing another one after the next away game, and then we'll be doing another live on the 17th, and then another one on the 19th, and then we're going to go to the U.S. Open Cup. So
Yeah.
we've got a lot of things to look
We
forward
need to
to.
get as many people
Yeah.
there as we can.
That's right. Buy up the
Yeah.
tickets. I think the Southwest flights are starting to get a little booked, but try it because you can still get that good fare, whatever it's called, want to get away fares. I think they're still available in some cases.
And if they get
Balance.
full, they need to get another flight. So.
And if
Then-
all
then
else
you-
fails, if you can time it right, don't sleep on. Don't forget about Amtrak because they do have the route that goes bus from Sacramento to Stockton, and then a train from Stockton to Bakersfield, and then a bus from Bakersfield to LA. It kind of sucks time wise, but it's another option. So if you're able to leave early enough, certainly look into that.
There you go. What a good
And it's
idea.
a really sweet experience. I gotta give Amtrak a shout out. I've done that before, taking it to SoCal, and it's a sweet, convenient experience. So
Amtraks are really nice. I agree. I enjoy taking them because you can just kind of tune everything else out and let them do the work.
That's right.
Mhm. Precisely.
I think they have Wi-Fi on the trains too.
Yes, they do.
If I'm not mistaken, too. Yeah. So.
And a beverage car. But the route from Stockton to Bakersfield, the tracks are really crappy, and so it's really bouncy and jiggly, and it feels like you're going to derail a few times just because they don't really maintain. I'm serious. I've done it. I've done that route.
Yeah, I felt it before. Yeah.
Yes, you know what I'm talking
Yep.
about. It's like, is the train going to derail? It's like we're pulling into Fresno. No, we're not. We're just literally almost going to derail because it's so bouncy. A lot of the freight trains, it's a major freight corridor. And so they ruin the tracks, those heavy trains, you just never know. It's like, is some kid up there taking a picture of himself on the train tracks and doesn't hear the train coming? Right, whatever. Because they do that in Elk Grove. There's so many kids that go on the train tracks here. And it's like, guys, stop it. You're going to get killed. Anyhow.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool. Well, yeah. Again, we're gonna be there at the game tomorrow. So,
Yeah. Thanks for bringing us back.
yeah. But yeah, tickets are about like what $20-something in LA for the game. So, and we have our own section, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Is this what?
103.
So, hey, great stuff. I'm glad we're getting our own section. So, shout out to the LA Galaxy for doing that, because that's not something you always see happen. A lot of teams don't really have that. Um, I wanted to do a fake cough, but it's not really gonna
Yeah.
happen. But Oakland Roots, I'm just gonna straight up just say it too, because they don't have like a special fan section where you could just buy your tickets. They just have general admission, but they should have a special section for fans, just as Sac Republic does for any away fans too, right?
Right.
And even a discount. So
Yep.
there you have it. Cool.
I'm
Well,
throwing something up.
yes,
Luis.
glad you reminded me on that too. So, as we mentioned on the podcast, if anyone knows anyone who would voluntarily help us out and also join our podcast team, we are looking for someone who could be a videographer. We have some ideas that we would want to do on like game days and outside of game days too, including some like little special mini video series and documentary little style videos, but they're all short videos, of course. So if anyone knows anyone who does video editing or can shoot video and wants to get some experience, then just let us know. And also, if anyone knows anyone who loves to do social media and would like to also help us out with that, again, it would all be voluntarily, but you'd be getting some good experience and you would help our cause, right? Which is our cause is really just to grow the sport and grow the Sac Republic fan base as well. So if you also have that cause, then please, we invite you to join our team and help us out with these things. So cool. Well, thank you, Sharon, Tina, Jared, for joining us, and also for Scott. He's not on here anymore. We really appreciate it, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in to our live show and also for listening to the podcast. We always appreciate your support. And we'll be recording our next podcast on Sunday as we talk about tomorrow's game. So be on the lookout for that sometime late Sunday night, early Monday morning as well. So see y'all tomorrow at the game.
And thank you, Martha, as well.
Yes, thank you, Martha, for participating there on the comments. We appreciate that.
Good night,
Cool.
everybody.
Good
Thanks
night,
for
everyone.
having me,
See you
guys.
tomorrow. All right. I was waiting for you to say cue the music, Sharon. But
Well, cue the
okay.
music because I mean we're still live.
or cue the video, right? I should say.
Cue the video. Cue the outro.
Yes, perfect. Thanks.